everyone, how's it going today? So today I have a question from a viewer. So the question was, how do I upsell? So he was struggling with selling more items per job. What I want to go over first was a little bit of background on him. He's been in business for a year, and I have to say he's killing it. He's over 100,000 in a year's time. I know why it's at 100,000, but I also want to caution him on the pricing model he's chosen. So we're at a flat rate. So it is a lower flat rate, somewhere between $100 and $200 flat rate for a certain amount of rooms. And that method or that model, that pricing model, the reason he's doing so well in so short a period of time is that type of advertisement is very, very easy to get work with. You can go onto a platform like Yelp or Nextdoor or Facebook, and you can absolutely clean house with that type of ad. With an ad that says, hey, I can do 3 rooms and a hall and a staircase for under $200, you're going to absolutely kill it. But what's going to happen, or what you're going to have a hard time with, is your growth model doesn't allow for a lot of profit in there. You're bringing in a lot of revenue quickly, but your profit is smaller than it would be if you had a pricing model that was much more expensive. Harder to get the work, but much more profit per job. So especially if you're running an employee, you're going to have a hard time because a certain amount of your profit goes into labor. Typically, and I don't know if you're hiring under the table or if you're a legitimate employee. That's up to you. If you want to do things legally, you're going to have to put them on payroll and you'll be paying taxes and all of that kind of stuff. That's a whole different animal. So when you're doing a low price service, like say you're at $100 or $150 for the job, and your labor is going to be a certain portion of that. And if you're on the truck, yeah, you can offset some of that because some of it's your pay. But a certain amount of it is going to go to your employee, whether it's, I know he's in California, so it might be close to, $15 to $20 an hour, maybe a little less if you're paying him under the table. I don't know. I do encourage you to get him on payroll and have a legitimate employee where you're not going to look back and say, well, the tax people are showing up on my door, or the labor commission because he got hurt on the job. A lot of things can happen if you're running someone under the table that are big business killing types of things. So just caution you on that. I don't know. I didn't talk to him about that. But like I said, your labor cost can get really big, and your cost of goods sold comes up to a certain amount, and maybe it's 50 or 60% of the job. If you're running a 2-man crew, you could easily get over 60% of the job, and then that cuts into what can I spend on advertising, and what can I spend on equipment, and what can I spend on buying good cleaning products. The lower, cheaper you are, the harder it's going to be to continue to buy great products and spend time on a job, and that eats into it again. How much time can I spend on a job if it's $120 for the job? I better not be there longer than an hour, because now I'm blowing it. If you're going to clean a job right, it's going to take you, if you're doing 3 bedrooms and a hall and a staircase, it's going to take you longer than an hour. So you're starting to eat. The longer you go past that hour, you should be at $100 to $150 an hour minimum per hour that you're working. And that's if you're working employees, or if you're working on your own, you should be $100 to $150 per hour that you're making. So if your job is priced at $100 to $150, you better be done in an hour and a half. If not, you're slowly eating in further and further and further into what you'll be able to put back into your business. But anyway, we're off track. That being said, the pricing model, I believe I'd like to see you go up to a higher pricing model, so you don't have to eat so much of that cost. Your profits could be much bigger. But to talk more about how do I add more services per job, it doesn't have to be hard. Selling does not have to be difficult. And I know he spoke to me about he struggles with English as a second language. And I want to tell you, you don't have to struggle with that. Whatever language barrier you have, just work on it as you work on it. It doesn't have to hold you back. It doesn't necessarily. Just because you can't speak clear English does not mean that the customer values you less. Just because you're not speaking fluent English does not mean that you're not a craftsman. If they see your work and it's amazing, then they're going to value the work. They're not going to value your accent. Don't let that be a block in your head. I can't charge enough because I have an accent. No, you can charge whatever you want. Your accent doesn't matter at all. But anyway, going in to sell customers on more services. Don't think too hard about it. It's not that hard. If you go into a house and you're cleaning carpet and you see that they have a couch and you see that they have a tile floor, all you have to do is mention that you do it. Okay? So if you're in the middle of a job and you cleaned right up to their tile floor and it cleaned a little bit of that grout out and now it's clean, simply, hey, Mrs. Jones, did you realize that your grout was dirty? I didn't even know it was dirty until I cleaned a little bit and it's taken some of that dirt out of the grout lines. And a lot of times they didn't know either. Some did, and they didn't know you did it. So now they're informed that you do tile. They see that they actually need it. And then all you have to do, would you like me to estimate that while I'm here? Or would you like me to do that? It would only take about another hour. This is what it would cost. So now you've possibly doubled or tripled your job that you're on just by simply showing the customer that it's there. Don't feel bad about selling people on something. We are in the sales business and we are salespeople. And whether you like sales or not, you sell every single day. If you go see a movie that you love, do you not tell your friends about it? Do you not tell your wife and your kids, man, this movie was awesome, or this restaurant that I ate, you have to eat there too. You're a salesperson and you don't even know it. So why are you selling people on a movie or dinner someplace? Because you value it, right? Because it's a valuable item that you think that they would benefit from. So if you're in a house and you know for a fact that they would benefit from having their sofa cleaned or their tile cleaned or something of that sort, if you think I have a valuable service and they need it because it's obviously dirty, you're doing that person a disservice if you don't tell them about it. So stop thinking, oh, I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to come off as high pressure.
You sold my dead bird to a blind kid? Lloyd, what do you... Petey didn't even have a head.
You're not high pressuring anything. You're telling them their tile's dirty. You're notifying them that you can clean it. So what's stopping them from doing it? Yeah, if they don't have the money, fine. But if they realize it's dirty and they need to clean it and they have the money, you've just sold them on a tile cleaning. It's not rocket science. It's easy. A lot of it is confidence in how you speak. So don't let, again, the accent, don't let your English as a second language stop you. Talk to them about the items they need clean. And you don't have to stop by tile and furniture. You can sell granite countertops. You can sell any number of things. And I've got a short video that I'm going to go to after this. We're going to walk through a house and we'll see how many items we can sell here just as a walkthrough in a house. Okay, you're going to have all types of things that you can sell. And it doesn't have to be scary. It doesn't have to be hard. Again, all we have to do is notify them that you do it. I guarantee you 90% of the customers you go to don't know what you do. They've hired you for one thing, carpet cleaning. I just need this guy to come in and do carpet cleaning. They have no clue all the other services that you offer. If you do tile, if you do anything else, they don't know. If you hand them a card and the card has all the stuff that you do on the back, they don't know what you do. Unless you physically tell them what you do, they don't know. They don't read your card. They don't go on your website and read through. They just find you. Carpet cleaning, that's all they see. That's all they're thinking. It's one track mind. So unless you tell them all the services that you can offer, and you can't just tell them, when you could, hey, by the way, we do this and this and this. You have to show them that they first have a need for it. So they may not know that their couch has a big stain on it. You'd be surprised how many times I go in and say, did you notice that stain? Oh, where'd that come from? I didn't even know. Did you notice that red spot over there? No, I had no idea that was there. So you have no clue how many people are completely oblivious to what they actually need you to clean. So unless you're there to tell them, clean this thing, they're not going to know. And then when they do realize it, hey, my tile's dirty. If you haven't told them, the first thing they're going to do is go to Google and they're going to type in tile cleaning. And then my tile cleaning website's going to come and I'm going to get the job that you could have had. Okay, so Don't think that, I handed him a card and that should be enough, or maybe I'll send him a letter later on and it'll tell him all the stuff that I do. Why not tell them when they're happy with you being in their house? The easiest time to sell somebody is when they're happy with you. So either right in the middle of a job where they can see the beauty that you've created on their carpet.
Open your eyes. Sweet mother of all that is good and pure. Huh?
And now you can say, oh, wow, did you know we do tile cleaning? No, I had no idea you did tile cleaning. That's great. Can you clean that right now? Now I don't get the job because he hasn't searched on Google and found me, or found any number of your competitors that have a great website that advertises tile cleaning. And they're on first page of Google, and pretty soon they have the job that you could have had a month ago if you would have just opened your mouth and said, we clean tile. That's all you have to do. We clean tile. When you're on the phone, making the appointment, is there anything else that you need us to do while we're in the home? Would you like us to apply a protectant to your carpet when we're done cleaning it to help protect it from spills and stains? It's not hard to just say, would you like us to protect your carpet when we're done cleaning it? Oh, really? What does that do? What is that? And then you explain to them, oh, it stops spills. And you know how to explain a protectant for carpet. We all know what it does, and it's easy to sell it. And then when you're on the job site, if they said no at the time, then when it's cleaned and when you're done and you're in the midst of cleaning it, hey, you know what? It's coming out so good. Would you like me to protect that with some carpet protector? They already said no. All you have to do is mention it again. And then when they see how clean it actually is and how much of a result you're getting on their filthy carpet that they think was a lost cause, yeah, I would like to protect it. Is it going to keep it looking that way? Well, it's certainly going to help. So that's all there is to it. You don't have to overthink. A lot of people think, oh, selling's evil, selling is terrible. They think of the used car salesman when you think salesperson, and it doesn't have to be that way. We don't have to be salesy. None of us likes to go buy a used car because it's a pain in the ass to deal with the salesperson. So don't be one of those salespeople. That's why CarMax is doing so well. They've taken the sales out of it. They strictly give you a price on the car, and then you come in and say, hey, how much is that car? And it's right there. And then what do? Hey, would you like to add a warranty to that car? Would you like to add this? Would you like to add that? It's the options. You don't have to be salesy. They're not salesy, but yet they're selling plenty of cars. I believe they're the highest rated car sales place. They sell the most cars nationwide. So why is that? Well, nobody likes salespeople, so they've taken the sales out of it and they give you what is effectively a inflated market price. So CarMax sells their cars for a higher amount because they can avoid the salespeople. People come to them because they don't want to be sold a car. They want to just go buy a car. Well, you're in the house. Give them something to buy. Just notify them that they have a need and sell it to them. And then on top of that, when you have left the home, when you have given everything to the job that you could and you sold them on certain things and protected on their carpet and did their tile, and then you sealed the tile because you mentioned, do you want sealer with that? Then all you have to do is when you go home and you send out your reminder letters and your reminder emails, then those are as well selling more products. You should be collecting an email on every job. Then monthly or weekly, you can send out just little emails saying, hey, did you know we did this? Or we have a special on that. Now, they shouldn't all be that. These emails should be many of the times just giving them value, most of them. You might do 8 emails that give value to the customer, just notifying them of this or giving them a product idea with that or how to clean up after this. And then on the 5th or 6th or 7th or 8th week that you sent, hey, we're having a special. Did you know that we do this? And maybe guarantee you they didn't know you did it because they forgot as soon as you walk out the door that you told them that you did that. So don't assume that they remember past the door closing behind you, that they remember anything that you told them beyond the next 20 minutes. So they forget instantly and they forget your name instantly. So I don't care how catchy your name is, they forget it instantly as soon as you drive out the driveway. So that's one of those things that emails and the letters in the mail have to constantly go out. Every month is not too much. Every week is not too much on an email. You need to be in their face all the time. So whether that means you've got to send out 100 letters a month to keep in touch, that's fine. Do it. If you can do a newsletter, fantastic. Do it. The more you're in touch with your client, the more you will sell them your product. And that's proven. So if you're in touch all the time, it's a matter of time before they realize, yeah, I do need my couch cleaned. He's having a special. Let's do it. And now you're in the house twice as much and for a higher price point because you're selling them more products. And remember, I want you raising your prices. So you're not only are you selling them more product, you're selling more product at a higher price. And yes, I know that you're doing Yelp advertising and Nextdoor kind of advertising where it's low price. That's fine. You're going to have to sell the job. You can still get those Yelp customers, but they're harder to come by once you go up in price. So yeah, if you're stuck in that Yelp mentality, I suggest you slowly try to dig your way out. You will be able to build a business, but it'll get to a certain point where your per truck, you could only make a certain amount. Or if I'm at 70 cents a foot, which I am in my area at 70 cents a foot, I can leverage maybe 250,000 just cleaning carpet off of a single truck, where you'll be kind of stuck at probably 120, 130, maybe 150, and you'll be tapped out because there's only a certain amount of work you can do on a single truck. If you have them just lined up, and you're going to burn out your employees if they're just doing 5 a day and just cooking 5 a day every single day of the year. You're going to lose employees. You won't be able to keep them because they're just burnt out. So just consider to raise your prices. And I'll be doing more videos on how to set prices to guarantee profits. So that is it. I just suggest raise your prices and sell more items. Now we'll go into the little video I showed you here in a second. We'll go onto my screen and we'll go onto my computer and we'll go through that real quick and show you what you need to look for when you're in the home.
All right, so we're just going to do a real simple walkthrough here. First of all, as you come in through the door, we're going to estimate on this carpet, but there's a rug right here, so make sure we're going to mention the rug. Then as you walk through each room, look at all the things that we can clean. So we got 2 pieces of furniture here that we can clean. You got the piano bench seat that we can clean. We've got room after room of just things that you can look for. So are you offering mattress cleaning? Clean those mattresses in there. That chair is sitting there on the corner. If it's got a spot on it, mention it. Really, it's just as simple as mentioning it to the client. We look in here, we're just looking at carpet, but what about the tile floors? We got countertops there. We got tile floors to clean. Then in the next room, we've got another mattress in here, plus the carpet. So when we're in here, we're estimating for carpet, but keep your eyes open and just let them know all the things that you can do, because I guarantee you they just don't know what you have to offer unless you tell them. Another king-size mattress in here. So if we're not doing mattress cleaning, look into it because it's another source of profit. All right, so then we got more tile floor in here. We've got countertops in here. We got showers. We got bathtubs, surrounds, all types of things that we can offer cleaning for. So just as you're going through the house, just start thinking. Just let your mind wander on what we can do. And again, there's more tile in the entryway, so if we clean all the tile in this house, what's it worth? Then in the living room, we've got not only the carpet, but we got a sofa, we have a love seat, we have 4 sitting chairs around that table. We have all of these dining room chairs that could be done. And remember, when we're bidding on furniture, we're also going to bid on protectant. And we have a rug under there, so that can be done. We have these leather chairs if they need to be conditioned and cleaned. We have the kitchen countertops, the kitchen tile again. Countertops are a great source. You know, you can clean and polish countertops fairly easily. Easy to do. Again, more tile. We got another bathroom in here. We have another countertop in that bathroom.
So that's it. You get the idea. Bid on everything in the house. Don't stop at just carpet. That's it for now, and I'll see you in the next video.